going on, you shits? I'm Mitty, and you're watching Mitty's Madness. Oh, one moment. Hello? No, I am perfectly satisfied with my vehicle's extended warranty. Yeah. Where were we? Right. So that thing I've been wanting to tell you guys about, that interest of mine that's come up. This YouTuber that I watch has been doing this for... Oh. One more time, excuse me. Hello? It is? I'll let him know. Thank you. Screw this garbage! The new intro's ready! Roll the intro! Oi, I'm Mitty. I'm not fucking Martha Stewart. I'm a genius! Fucking medieval peasant. You're watching Mitty's Madness.
No!
Where I do whatever the fuck I want. Fuck the ATF. Get drunk with your neighbors and barbecue. Science, yes?
And fuck your shit up.
Why do I have so many goddamn limits? This is a bayonet from a most in the gun. Grab a fucking beer. I like to drink.
Hello!
Buckle up. The Eliminator 3000. The king of flavor. Whoa. One entire bottle of tequila.
You wanna give it a fucking D69 can? Look at this big fuck.
Chemical S.
Oh, the elixir of life, no! It's big fucking dream on.
We are making some fried fucking rice.
They're fucking endangered cunts.
And all this Everclear. That's the good stuff. I got distracted. And then drunk. That's money, dude. And now for something entirely different.
Unacceptable!
So this YouTuber that I used to watch among my many... You may notice that this time, I'm not cooking anything. Eclectic selection of subscriptions called Life in Jars. This is a kick-ass dude who's a biology nerd, and for a few years now, he's been going to ponds, rivers, just random places, and gathering up some soil or detritus or other various biological foresty bits or water biome bits and shoving them in a jar and seeing what happens, doing different experiments on them. Well, I fucking love that shit. A few years ago, he stopped making videos for a while. Then he came back, would make a video once in a blue moon, and from what he was talking about, seems like he might have been going through something.
Well, the fucking algorithm
Decided to just remove him from my suggestions, and unfortunately, my thought of him just kind of fell by the wayside. Until a couple weeks ago, I just was looking at a random jar and remembered the guy. So I looked up his channel, turns out he's back, and he's making tons of videos again, and they're just as great as ever, and he's been updating some of his longer term experiments. So I thought, you know what, I'll do an experiment of my own. So I went out to a local-ish pond with a mason jar and, well, collected a sample. Here we are, just over a week later. All the sediment has settled to the bottom of the jar, and the cloudiness has cleared up that I originally observed when I collected this sample. I included some sediment from the bottom of the pond water, and I collected a couple snippets of this vegetation. I have no idea what it is to throw in here as well. Unfortunately, I have not noticed much microscopic life swimming around in the jar, nor have I noticed any tube effects or boogie worms. I was really looking forward to having boogie worms in a jar. Here is one small critter I've seen crawling around on the edge of the glass. I have no idea what it is, and my camera isn't quite good enough to make a positive identification, much less constantly keep it in focus.
I'd really like to know what Life in Jars uses for his equipment to get the wonderful views of these tiny creatures. As I hold the camera still for a little bit, you catch the occasional glimpse of small creatures buzzing around or floating in the water. Like this little guy right here. What are you? And are you comfortable in there? And off he goes. Here is one little guy I have seen crawling around on the grass a little bit. Right there. But the amount of, I believe this is moss or algae in here, and the fact that the water-based vegetation is still green and kicking, I assume we have a fairly healthy ecosystem inside. We'll see what happens as time moves on.